Hello, 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 amigas, and welcome to Amiga Handle Your Shit podcast. So, as we wind down this year, I wanted to talk briefly about a concept that is going to be huge in the coming years and is going to change the trajectory of how we handle money in this climate. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about navigating financial independence and sovereignty in the age of digital surveillance. So, not to be all matrixed out on you, nor to be very Orwellish 1984 kind of person, nor be like Twilight Zone. But, truth be told, some of the things are happening and it is kind of cuckoo if you ask me. Anyhow, but in this atmosphere, what are you doing? What are you doing for your future, for your legacy, for your family, for what's to come? Some of you have already heard that we're being heard. You know, our iPhones hear everything we say, right? Unless you turn off some certain processes within the iPhone. When you have certain discussions, the iPhone here tends to be alerted and starts posting the information that you need. So let's say you're looking for blouses, then the advertisement for blouses come up. So think about this. You know, the Netflix and movies and all these different mediums are telling you what's going to happen. But are you really paying attention? Remember that prior to 2020, which we know what happened then, there was a movie that came out precisely what ended up happening years later with COVID. So things always are told to you without really telling you. You have to really look between the lines. And I'm that person that always looks between the lines. I don't take things at face value because I know there's always another deeper language behind the statement. Maybe it's just the lawyer in me who has to question everything, or it's just because I'm deeply divined by a higher power who's always looking after me and is always sending me messages. So whatever that is, whatever the medium is for you, I want to just present the notion and the idea of a very high level concepts that are happening right now. So as we enter a more digitized space, what do you get to control in the financial environment? Will you have financial independence? Does it even matter to you whether there is financial independence? What you get to purchase, what you're not allowed to purchase, those things are at least very important for me. I want to be able to make as much money as I want and give as much as money as I want and live in a space where I get to have and enjoy all the freedoms and pleasures of life. That is just me. So what are we doing? So I just wanted to provide some examples and steps that you may want to learn and dig in deeply. So as you know, in today's world, other than I always look at things as holistic wealth, right? It's everything. But right now we're going to look in particular to the financial aspect of it all. So in this world of finances, are we protected or are we surveillanced? Are we surveillanced by the government? Are we surveillanced by others, by machines? I mean, this is what's happening now. So what is there a growing concern for this? Is there a growing concern that the government is involved in every aspect of our lives? That there's this central bank digital currency that controls everything? Do we want to be under that control 100% of the time? I don't know. These are just questions that I'm asking. It's up to you to decide what you want in your life. But I just want to propose an example. Imagine a future where your spending is tracked. You could be penalized for certain purchases, like traveling to a country on a watch list or spending too much on a non-essential item. Can you imagine a world where there's these little communities being built that you can only go in these little communities if you are within the compounds of what is right according to the government? That sounds very anti-America, but it's happening, and it's probably going to be happening sooner rather than later. So mark my words when I say this, that what do you want to protect and what don't you want to protect? So another thing in the financial arena to consider is the privacy in your digital payments. We have, what do we call? We have Apple Pay, and we pay everything with Apple Pay. And then you're like, and then all of a sudden you get questioned for a purchase. Has that happened? The other day I was getting phone calls from, it must be a fraud, I don't know, but fraud is rampant. I was getting calls from American Express asking for how much I make and whatnot. And I'm thinking to myself, this must be a sham, right? But are your things secured, right? Are your things secured? So that's why like the Bitcoin and Dero and all these other cryptocurrencies are evolving, because they do not want to be part of this free-for-all kind of digitized space of you get to know everything I do. I don't live near my family, not because I don't want to, but due to work and whatnot, I do enjoy the fact that I am away, and I enjoy the freedom of not having anyone know what I'm doing. I really do. And they only know when I ever post it on social media, because then by then I already I'm okay with people knowing things. So that's one of the examples and steps that I wanted you to know about digital surveillance. Another example is, are we going to explore financial freedom tools? Try to, take some time to explore. What's this whole cryptocurrency about? Amigas, we're really left behind, but you have a freaking huge opportunity to create massive wealth in being involved in these spaces that are related to blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. So in my upcoming mastermind that I am creating, which is, like I said, a very, very high-level mastermind where I will have some experts, especially in this financial arena. And it's going to be called Holistic Wealth in the Modern Age, Building Abundance in Life, Business, and Legacy. All the things that we want as amigas. And so I'm gonna have some experts that are going to be talking about wealth creation in this digitized space. So as I'm learning, I will be sharing more in depth in these masterminds, and I will be promoting that in January. And this mastermind will be starting in the spring. And because it's super, super exclusive, there's going to be a waiting list. There's going to be an application to see whether you're in alignment with these things. And I'm excited for it all. I'm really excited for this financial freedom tool that I'll be introducing in the ethers. And we get to explore more information on central bank digital currencies and what gets to be controlled by the government and what we allow that to be controlled, right? So there's a lot coming in the pipeline, and I just wanted to give you a little high-level perspective on what I'm creating and how you get to be involved. And if you don't know anything about cryptocurrency, anything about Bitcoin, literally, like you do not know anything, or you know a little, or you're just going by what other people say, then you're not doing it right. Because if you are going to build legacy, you have this amazing strategic opportunity to really dig in and find exactly how to do it and who to trust and where to go. And like I said, my next mastermind will be in the spring, and this one's going to be a high level. And one of the requirements is that you read my book first, or you are a member of the Amiga Way Academy. Otherwise, you will not be allowed in. And obviously, there's going to be an application, and there's going to be an interview process. So, amigas, there's so much going on. I could tell you I can spend hours here on it, but we're not, because I want you to stay tuned. I want you to go back to your communities and find out. Everybody talks about, financial literacy, but most of them are talking about old vehicles, old dogma vehicles, old paradigms, things that happened in 1930s, which is when we created the fiat currency. So, why are we still doing that which is old? No, financial literacy is learning what is new and up and coming. In this space, I will be giving it to you. Okay, so happy holidays, and I wish you an amazing next year. And if you have any questions, please let me know, Jackie@JackieTapia.com, or you can DM me, Jackie_Tapia.1 on Instagram. And just tell me you listened to this episode and you're very, very interested in the upcoming mastermind that is in the works. And this mastermind is called Holistic Wealth in the Modern Age, Building Abundance in Life, Business, and Legacy. All right, amigas, love you and have an amazing day.